What you saw just now, the demonstration of blindfold reading, as Swamiji says, it's just a side effect of third eye awakening. So there are a lot of other things. Third eye awakening opens the Pandora box of other immense possibilities. Intuitive power, clarity of thought, improved memory, and 360-degree vision and X-ray vision. Some of the kids are able to scan the body and find out what exactly the disease is and where the disease is. I did my Shivoham in May 2015. Again, I have done this 10-day course of Shivoham here. When I did the Shivoham last time and went back to Bangalore, I experienced a lot of happenings. I would like to share one of the events which happened to me back home. After I went to Bangalore after the Shivoham process last May, the next day I went to the hospital, and in the evening I got a call that there's one patient who has come with chest pain of 1 hour duration. This is a 60-year-old gentleman with long-standing diabetes. And he came, when he came, the blood pressure was around 60 millimeters of mercury. He was in cardiogenic shock. So my registrars, they did an ECG, and some cardiac enzyme was mildly elevated. ECG was not showing a frank heart attack. And they did a scanning, the echocardiogram, which showed a very mild fluid around the heart. So this is the time they called me. Then I went and saw, ECG didn't look like a frank heart attack. But when I saw the echo and spoke to the patient, I was clear there was an imminent cardiac rupture. So imminent cardiac rupture is an emergency. Once it ruptures, nothing can be done. And it's got 90% mortality rate, and there are very few case reports in the world where a patient has survived a cardiac rupture. So what I did is immediately I swung into action. I intimated my surgeon, cardiac surgeon, to be there. He had already left home, and it was a little bit later in the evening. So I spoke to the relatives. I took their consent and shifted him immediately to the cath lab, and I did an angiogram. In the coronary arteries, you have 3 arteries, and one of the small branches of one of the arteries was completely blocked. And by the time I finished my angiogram, the surgeon came and I discussed with him. I showed him that this is the anatomy of the artery. One of the small arteries is blocked, and I'm suspecting imminent cardiac rupture because there's some fluid around the heart and the patient is having pain. So to understand, see, cardiac rupture usually happens 3 to 5 days after a heart attack. To diagnose a cardiac rupture just within 1 hour of chest pain is something very, very unusual. So my surgeon didn't believe me when I told him that there is an imminent cardiac rupture. In fact, I showed him all the pictures and somehow convinced him. Then after talking for some time, he got convinced that there may be a problem there. So immediately he rushed into the emergency OT. So this all happened within half an hour. The reason is, if even before the surgeon opens the chest, if the cardiac rupture happens, nothing can be done, even in the operation theatre. It's such a big emergency. So I shifted him to the operation theatre, and after 1 hour I got a call from the surgeon. He said, "You are right. There was a big hematoma which had formed in the wall of the heart muscle because of the occlusion of the artery, and it was giving way in one particular point, and if you had waited for some more time, then he would have had a frank rupture and he would have died." So what he did is he went ahead and put a patch and closed that rent, sealed it off, and the patient did very well, and after 3 or 4 days he was discharged home. What I want to tell you is, it's because of the intuitive power and the confidence with which I made the diagnosis, this patient was saved. And I attribute all these things to Swamiji. I thank Swamiji for giving me this excellent opportunity to do this course, Shivoham, and I thank him for giving me this gift.
Shiva. 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 Welcome home to experience love current of Mahadeva. This city is just DNA of physical expression of Hinduism. From your side, nothing needs to be done other than being here. Simple truth straight away.